Club fitting is such an important aspect out here at TPI with Titleist, whether it's new drivers, irons, any product. We come out here, and Lucas Bro, your supervisor for club fitting analyst, you've seen everything.
Yeah.
And you guys do a ton of fittings out here. We've shown the property, it's immaculate. You have every option and variable available to the golfer. For you guys to put this kind of investment into the property, it means that it means a lot to you. Why is it important for people to get fitted, and why is it important for companies like Titleist to have this available?
Yeah, I think the first thing is nobody wants to guess. You come to this facility because you want perfect turf, you want brand new golf balls, you want every option, and you want expert advice. So this facility, you should leave not having questions about your game or your equipment. The other piece is there's so many things that you can do with the golf club. You can change the head, you can change the loft, you can change the SureFit hosel, there's weight settings, there's different shafts, different lengths, so the options are almost endless, and you need someone to walk you through that process.
Yeah, and so walk us through this process. We've got, this is what, the mobile fitting station, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's on wheels. You wheeled it out here. We can lift up the side. We've got TrackMan set up.
Yeah.
How do we use this in a fitting? What is this set up for, and what will you be typically looking at in let's say, a driver fitting?
Yeah, so usually this is just the workstation for each fitter.
Okay.
And we designed this because we really want to present the information on TrackMan. And so this has everything that we need in terms of all of our shafts and different heads and all the tools that we use. We have a couple smaller ones that have shafts that we don't do quite as often. And so what we would do is we'd hit golf balls on our beautiful range. We'd gather information on TrackMan, and I would walk you through the steps to why you might want to change something, how you would change it, and then let you test and try different things to get you dialed in.
I imagine people are already starting to try to get fitted for the GT driver.
Yeah.
Generational technology, everybody wants to see it. For the limited time that you've had to see the numbers, to see the testing, where are the areas of improvement that you're seeing when people are coming to get fitted and comparing to what they're in previously?
Yeah, the biggest thing is always getting ball speed gains, and ball speed gains every year isn't going to be overwhelming like you're going to get 20. But having 1 to 2 miles an hour of gain, especially when you're talking about off-center hits, makes a huge impact for not only professionals but amateurs alike. And then the second piece is by getting those ball speed gains and having more consistency on the face, you see what we call a spin window. So your highest spin to your lowest spin. You see that number getting really, really tight. And it's important for a player because you want their misses to be closer to their good shots.
Yeah. So when it comes to fitting, it's more than just the driver, right? We've got fairway metals, we've got hybrids now, iron sets, wedges with Mr. Vokey out here.
Yeah.
What would you say to the person, the average golfer, that typically thinks if I'm going to get fitted, it's really just the driver and the irons?
Well, there's more to it than just that. So sometimes players come in with a good driver and we transition and we work on their wedges because we see they're really worn out. So when you come here, our joke is there's no partial fittings. Every fitting's a full fitting, because once you kind of open that box to the opportunity to get better, players generally want to keep going. You fit them for really good irons, now they're curious about the wedges, now they're curious about a hybrid. And so when we're out here doing this job, it really just, they can't stop.
Yeah. Yeah, it's addictive, but it's also, I mean, it's cool to see the numbers that, you know, it's not just going to the range and hitting balls and guessing, right? And I think that's ultimately what we're trying to do. You said earlier, we're trying to take the guessing away and make sure that we know. Similar to what we see at TPI, at Carl's Golfland, we hit outdoors too. Our customers come in, they get fitted, they're hitting out and seeing the actual ball flight. What are the pros of that? In this kind of facility, to be able to see what the ball actually does? You mentioned there's no variables. The turf is immaculate. It's pristine. There's no variables there. What are the pros of actually seeing the ball flight, seeing it outdoors?
Yeah, well, we play golf outside. So we're on the golf course. We're hitting off of turf. We're hitting into greens. We're seeing the ball fly in front of us. So that's an important part of the fitting process. And obviously, everybody can't have this perfect of a facility, so you have to make things work. But again, when you're coming here, we want to leave every variable off the table, and so that the golfer can leave with confidence that everything's been thought of, all the boxes have been checked.
Yeah. Well, the fitting process, crucial for any golfer, not just the elite golfer. I tell people all the time, any golfer I think should get fitted. Titleist has got this down to a T.